This is the Katy Trail. We're on the Katy Trail right now. Rails the trails. Rails the trails. Katy Trail. Bike blogger here. Going for a ride. I'm on the Missouri Greenway. We're right next to Howell Island, which is to my left. So enjoy the ride. This will probably be a 1 hour, 30-minute long ride. I'll try to talk the whole way. Sometimes I'm a little quiet, but I'll try to talk the whole way. Getting my, okay, there we go. Just trying to get my speedometer going on my phone here. Wow, so there's a lot of preparation. Let me make sure the camera's going. All right, the camera's on. The camera's on. So actually this ride might actually be a little quicker than I thought, because it's 20 miles, it's a loop, but I got my road bike, so yeah, you know, it's nice smooth pavement here, so I'm going pretty fast. But I'll definitely be slowing down when I get to some gravel road, because I'm gonna get to gravel road. I got my, see if I can take it off here with one hand safely. I got my bike light with me. My really bright, this is a Exposure Strata MK6. It's like a, what some flashlight people call a soda can light. It's very bright. I think it's like about 1,000 lumens. So if it does get dark on us, because I got started a little later than I wanted, I got a nice bright light I can use. See where we're going. I don't know what exactly the rules are around here. I would expect that on the trail, they probably don't want you on the trail after dark, but again, to my left is Howell Island Conservation Area, Missouri, St. Charles, Missouri. I believe it's actually open all hours of the night for hunting. So I don't think we're gonna cause any trouble. I mean, I've read, you know, articles online of people who've, you know, done a 24-hour long ride along the Katy Trail, which is a rails to trails system that we're actually gonna go on this ride a little bit. But to give you the rundown of this trail, this is the Missouri Greenway. It connects into the, I did a previous video, it's the Chesterfield Monarch Levee Trail, something like that. Now they just call it the Missouri Greenway, I think. A Greenway is basically a big multi-use trail. Anyway, so, I'm trying to think. Actually, I believe I'm in St. Louis County right now, in Chesterfield. But just, there's actually a little bit of a, like a little bridge back there that crosses over into the island to my left that we're just passing right now. I might, I'll try to remember to go by there at the end of the video, but I kind of expect it to be dark, very dark at the end of the video, so we'll find out. That's why I got the flashlight, or the bike light. So yeah, this trail is pretty new. I think it's 2 or 3 years old. We're gonna take this trail up to the highway, the freeway up there, and we're gonna cross the Missouri River on a bridge that was complete in summer of 2016. This is the final video of the year. Happy New Year, everybody. End of 2018. Feels actually quite nice out. It's like, you know, we started winter and it's getting up near 50, 60 Fahrenheit. So it's just a little windy, but otherwise quite nice. It's gonna really drop after today, and it's gonna get down to like the 30s Fahrenheit during the daytime. So I wanted to get this video in before the end of the year, but also before it got real cold. You know, I've done long rides in the cold, you know, videos like upwards of 3 hours before, but I think the sweet spot is probably for me and probably for viewers is more around movie length, you know, an hour and a half or something. But anyway, got all our batteries charged up. I think I have 6 camera batteries, so I'm over prepared just in case, because I did do like a 3-hour ride in the winter one time, a video, and I did go through like 5 batteries because the cold just kills batteries. I charged them all up ahead of time, so hopefully we'll be good. Anyway, so here we go. I think if I make a left here, let's go check it out. I think if I make a left here, we'll go to the Chesterfield Monarch Levee, Greenway or trail, whatever you want to call it. It goes underneath the highway. But actually what we want to do is go above and over the highway, because down here is also the river. And it rained earlier today. Hopefully there's no flooding, but it is pretty slippery out. I do really enjoy doing these trail riding videos, and yeah, there is a rails to trails. I'm gonna call this rails to trails, but this is not the rails to trails, I know. We'll get across here to the Katy trail in a second. I'm just checking this out, because last time I was down here, 3 or 4 years ago, this was blocked off. They were doing construction for this, so my video ended at about, I think, this black fence here. I was like, I got all the way down here, and I was like, oh man, they're doing construction, and I couldn't go any further. So this was kind of where my video stopped, and then I had to turn around and go back. So check out that video, the Chesterfield Monarch Levee trail video if you want. A little bit of bike blogger history video, a little bit of old video. There's a big pile of dirt over there. Yeah, points of interest. Points of interest. All right, so we're gonna cross over that bridge there. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. There's a trail. There is actually one bridge, I believe it's called Discovery Bridge, just a little further north of here, that there is no dedicated bike path across the bridge, but it has a wide shoulder. So if you know anything about cycling across, you know, what is that, bike touring or whatever, you'll spend a lot of time in the shoulder sometimes, because you got nowhere else you can really go safely. Problem with the freeway shoulders is that, whoo, it's windy, is that, very windy. I think we're gonna have a headwind on the way back. Is that, whew. Oh my gosh, this is a strong wind. There we go. So yeah, the thing about the shoulders is you can puncture easily, because you're riding where all the trash gets swept into, basically, the shoulder of the highway. Anyway, so we're gonna cross the bridge here. Never been across this bridge. This will be interesting. I see a boat down in the river. Huh. Maybe I'll stop just for a second at the top of the bridge here, give you a little bit of a view. You can probably kind of see it right now, but yeah, I'm crossing the Missouri River, and it's very loud. Yeah, it's too bad. Yeah, there was somebody in a boat down there. I mean, you don't usually see people in boats, like rowboats or whatever that was. Here we go, we got a lookout point. Get over here. There's the big river. Missouri River. Or Missouri River. However you wanna, whatever you wanna call it. Yeah, I am just flying with this bike. I was kind of a little uneasy about riding a road bike on the gravel and stuff. We'll see how that goes. later in the video here are coming up soon. But anyway, crossing the bridge, we're gonna go down to the Katy trail. We're gonna get on the Busch Greenway. We're gonna go past the Weldon Springs nuclear site, a nuclear waste dump. It's also known as the MOUND. It's like a shrine to nuclear waste. Should be able to get there before it gets dark, so that'll be interesting. I've never been there before. I've ridden past it once though. Didn't record that video though. Yeah, we'll just see how a 25mm wide tire works on the trail here. Just bear with me another minute here. We'll get away from the freeway and it won't be so loud. Looks like we got a neat, interesting back and forth here on the trail for a second. It'll weave back and forth here. That'll be kind of cool. I had never been on this particular section of trail because it's, like I said, kind of new. It's a couple years old, I think. Yeah, but what I was gonna say was it took a lot of preparation for this video. I don't usually do these kind of trail riding videos very often, and I wanted to make sure I had all my kit with me in case, you know, I get a puncture or something. Have my phone with me in case, you know, I need someone to bail me out. I personally don't really like coming out here and doing this sort of stuff, only because I don't like driving my car. So I drove my car out here. It's about an hour drive round trip, but if I can get over an hour of bicycling in, maybe it's worth it, right? So this is underneath the bridge on the other side. A lot of sandy, gravelly mess underneath here. So yeah, there's the Missouri River again. This is the Katy Trail. We're on the Katy Trail right now. Rails the trails. Rails the trails. Katy Trail. So we take this just a little bit, and then we're gonna get on the Busch Greenway. And we're gonna make a loop, go down the Hamburg Trail or something? And then we're gonna get on back on the Katy Trail and take it back. So let's see. This may actually be, is this how I turn off here? I think so. Alright, so slow it down a little bit. It says Weldon Spring Conservation Area. I don't know. Not sure exactly where that goes, but it does not look like, there's no sign saying the Greenways that way, so I think we go a little bit long. I did plan this out. I got a map, so if I do get lost, I should be all right. I feel a little bad. This is my nice bike, and I'm riding it through mud and stuff. But hey, you know, life is short. Enjoy it while you got it. So probably about a mile this way, I'm thinking, and then we'll. I am keeping track of distance and everything. We've gone 3.1 miles so far. Our max speed has been 20 miles per hour. It was probably when we were going on a downhill. Average speed, I think that's average speed, is 15 miles per hour right now. Yeah, it's been a little while since I've been on the Katy Trail. It sure is fun. It might unfortunately be a little bumpy for the camera though, because I don't have big, you know, big, thick, fat tires on this bike, so it's not going to be able to dampen out the vibrations very well. But you sure can do it. You can ride a road bike on the gravel roads. I mean, there's different types of gravel too, but I mean, this isn't very gravelly. I mean, this is kind of more of a dirt road actually, but no problem at all. No problem at all. So I'm gonna look for a turn off. I'll be making a right onto the Greenway soon, and then I'll be back on probably paved trail for a little bit. And it'll be a little less bumpy for a bit. I really pumped up the tires really to high pressure, so it's going to be more bumpy, but that should prevent it from going flat if I puncture or something. But yeah, I was just saying, I did a lot of, there was kind of some emergencies before I'm doing this video now. A little background on my personal life, having to pay taxes and making sure insurance and all the, you know, all the car junk. This is why I like bikes. You have to deal with all the bureaucracy. But I got the taxes paid on my car, and I got the insurance. It's all up to date. So yeah, it's just, you know, the hassles of owning a car. Bleh, bleh. So it all worked out. I got I had to mail a bill for my dentist because my dental insurance is just a whine, but my dental insurance is just getting worse and worse, and things get more expensive, and then insurance doesn't pick up the bill at all anymore, and it's like, why do I even have insurance? Just for catastrophic situations when I get hit by cars. But yeah, trying to get all the bills in before the end of the year here. There's a big branch. There comes another one. Run over that branch. Yeah, my knee has been hurting me too because, you know, I did something stupid. I would consider myself, I'm no, you know, amazing athlete or anything. I do consider myself a little more of an endurance athlete though than a, I don't know, whatever the opposite of endurance is. You know, I'm trying to train myself to sprint more, running that is, and you know, get some marginal gains, get a little faster on my feet. This is probably the Greenway. Here we go. So, if you live in the area, or you live near Chesterfield or St. Charles County, and you're coming from the north, heading south, that's a little trailhead. Little sign to tell you that way to the Greenway. So we're going down the Busch Greenway now. I got this kind of memorized in my head, where we're going. I haven't ever gone this way before, so this is all new to me, as it's probably new to most of all you, especially if you don't live in the area. And we're experiencing it for the first time together. Well, this is kind of pretty, a little bit of a, this must be a low area, because there's a neat little creek. Yeah, this Greenway is only probably a couple years old, because this bridge looks pretty new. You know, just looking at the wood, it's pretty yellowy. But don't drop the bike. Yep, there you go. It's a creek. Yep, that's a creek. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do when I get over to the nuclear site where they dumped all that waste and they encapsulated it with like a bunch of rocks, because there's actually a stairway that leads up to the top, and then you get a neat view. I don't know if I can, I mean, I guess I could carry my bike all the way up that mound, or maybe I'll park my bike, lock it up, and take the camera off the bike, and we'll walk up together and take a look-see at it, see what we can see. Here we go, we got an informational thing. Let's get a little education. Let's see. Weldon Spring Conservation Area Wetlands. Okay. In the 1790s, North Carolina frontiersman John Weldon settled in the area with a 425-acre Spanish land grant. Weldon built a log home on high ground overlooking a spring, for which the town Weldon Spring was later named. And there you go. Oh, and here's a little bit of info on the nuclear stuff. During World War II, federal government acquired 17,000 acres in the area, built world's largest TNT and DNT manufacturing facilities to support. Oh, this bike's kind of heavy with all the stuff on it. The U.S. Army's war effort. In 1948, the federal government gave all the property except the munitions plant to the University of Missouri for use as agricultural and forestry experiment station. Oh, my weak little bicyclist arms. The Missouri Department of Conservation purchased a portion of the property from the university in 1978 to set aside as a conservation area. Yada, yada, yada. Huh. Katy Trail passes through the conservation area. It seems like they're missing a bit of the history here. I think it was the 50s or 60s. There was uranium ore that was dumped in Weldon Spring, and then they encapsulated it over with a bunch of rocks called the MOUND, and that's left out on that. They didn't mention that at all in the history there, but that history seemed to be more focused on conservation and not dumping human waste, as it were. So anyway, I'm sure there'll be lots of information on that too when we get to it. Right now we can just take in the pretty sights and not think about nuclear waste. It's really quiet. It's kind of the perfect time really to be out here because it just rained, which means people giving up on the day. You know, at least people are probably bicycling, and really a lot of people, because you know, it's wet outside and you don't want to get wet. I got a little fender on my back wheel, so at least my butt will be dry, right? It's a weekday, so it's a work day, kind of. It's between holidays, so you know, it's kind of a weird day to be out and about. There's that creek again. Take the corners kind of safely here. Yeah, earlier today, actually, when I was driving, I was exiting the freeway, and there's like this tight bend. I don't usually take this exit off the freeway because, again, I was going to pay a tax bill. Anyway, it like came up on me real quick. It's like, oh boy. And I slowed down quite a bit, but I skidded out a little on my car, and you know, using my my awesome cycling skills, I was able to maintain control of the car, and I did not crash into the curb. I was able to keep it kind of straightened out, and no one got hurt or anything, and it all worked out just fine. But partially I might have been going too fast, but actually I think more of the deal was actually because it is wet outside, but my tires are really worn on my car. I need to get new tires for my car because they got like no grip, especially when it's wet or icy outside. But there's not much you can do about ice with regular car tires, but when it's wet outside, my grip is just not so good. I don't think I've been down the Busch Greenway before. Maybe I have been down here, and then I went down there and I got on the Katy Trail. I just didn't realize it was called the Busch Greenway, because I think this is going to take me up to the Weldon Spring trailhead for Katy Trail. Tasty. I believe this is the Weldon Spring wastewater processing plant. Could be wrong about that, but basically they take wastewater, they clean it up by dumping a bunch of different chemicals in it, and then they spit it back out, I guess. I don't know a lot about wastewater management. Maybe some of you do, or you can look it up. But I think this is the Weldon Spring treatment plant. Very industrial looking. really quiet around here. Oh, well, there you go. There's a parking lot right there. I think, yeah, this is the trailhead. So how do I continue along the Busch Greenway? See if I can figure that out. I think I just leave the parking lot. Oh no, here we go. Yeah, they got that gated off. They don't want you going in there. There goes a cyclist. Oh, he's all kitted out. I think it was a he. Pretty sure it was a he. He had the tighty tights. And I wouldn't be riding my bike very fast in these conditions because of all the wet roads. But I also, you know, I got my tires, like I said, I got my tires pumped up to the max. I got a lot of pressure. I got, you know, 120 PSI in these tires, which is not really what you should be riding. You know, really high pressure skinny tires when it's all wet outside like this, because you're just gonna have absolutely no grip. And that can be dangerous. And I actually experienced it once on the road when I crashed and I had to get a whole bunch of stitches, a whole bunch of sutures on my arm. And I was just bleeding out, big gash. Sorry, I try not to gross you out anymore. Anyway, so now we're climbing out of the valley. So we got a little bit of grade, a little bit of slope to go up here. Gain a little elevation. So we got about 1 hour until nightfall. Is that what they call it? Nightfall? Sundown? Whatever. Until it starts getting really dark, so. I'm not really that concerned about going very fast though, because again, not ideal conditions, gotta be safe. But also, I got a really bright light. It's mainly just that I'm kind of in unfamiliar territory, so yeah, as you know, things can be a little harder to distinguish at nighttime. But I do have a bright light. Yeah, so I think I did start a video down here once at the bottom at the parking lot. Maybe? Maybe. Because I know I've parked down there before with my car and then got on the Katy trail down there. But anyway, so I think this Greenway is actually going to take us through a business park right here. Oh, wait a minute. Another informational thing. What is the white globe over the trees? As you meander through Missouri Research Park, you can see a large white globe peeking over the treetops. Inside the globe is weather radar, operated by St. Louis office of the National Weather Service. Huh. Part of a weather detection system network of 160 radar stations spread across the United States. Yeah, so it's basically just it's just to detect weather, I guess. It's a detection system, sort of a thing, radar detection, just to give you, like, you know, when you see on the Weather Channel, you know, like there's your map with all your pretty colors. So I'm gonna say, am I blind? As you meander through, okay. It's like I don't see that globe from here. I guess that's because it says you got to go a little further and then you'll see it. I don't know why they don't have the sign next to it. Maybe they do. We'll find out. I think I did dress appropriately. I'm already really sweaty, and I don't have like you know, a hat, a winter hat, or you know, I definitely don't have winter gloves. But I'm like sweating here. I'm pretty hot. So yeah, good choice in not overdressing too much. Oh, here we go. I'm sure he's gonna stop at the stop sign. Okay. Hey, I just gotta get it on the videotape, right? I'm sure he's gonna stop at the stop sign and then I get hit by a car. Oh wait, just missed it. There's the globe. Right over the trees there. But really what it is it's spying on you. It's a spy network system. It's listening in on my conversation with the camera on the bike right now. They say it's a weather balloon. We all know if it's a UFO. It's aliens. Yeah, this is just like a business park. Where's the trail? Da 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 da. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at all the geese. That's a lot of geese. That's a lot of geese. Huh. Maybe they're sleeping, they're not moving. Maybe they're fake. No. Bye geese. Bye. Alright, don't wave at me. Whoa. Went over the electrical boxes there. Downhill. Downhill. Oh, it's down a little. Zoom, 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 zoom. Okay. Unfortunately, this is where I kind of, I didn't. I think I go this way. The path is really big right here, so I just stay on the big trail. That looked like a sidewalk back there. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Maybe I won't label this rails to trails. Where's the rails to trails? Where's the rails to trails? Where's the rails to trails? This is just a Greenway. Well, that's because I am on a proper Greenway. This is supposed to be a Greenway. And then I will get back on the gravelly paths eventually. I just need to get out of this business park. It's really just connecting one trail system to another, but it has to go through the business park because, I don't know, it would have been prettier if they had a way to get around the business park, but they don't want you going near the government buildings. They don't want you going near their radar detection blimp system. They don't want you going, okay, what is this? This looks like a sidewalk to me. Where does this go? Where does this go? Probably should have stayed on the real path. Where am I going? This doesn't seem like a real bike path. It's pretty narrow. Oh. There is a bridge here though. I wanted to go to the bridge. Oh, what is this? Oh, let's go this way. Up the hill. No. Where's that going? It's just like the backyard for the business there. What the heck? What the heck? Let's go this way. Always a good idea to go down the trail that has no markers on it, because it gets exciting. Let's try to go right here, see where that goes. Over the leaves. Okay. There's the trail. I just see a bunch of leaves. Where does this go? Does this go out to like a subdivision or something? I think I see some houses on the hill over there. Okay. What's up with this? Up. Well, they got like a little barn in their backyard there too. Huh. Da 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 da. Something tells me this is the wrong way. Da-da. Da-da. What the heck? What is this? Oh, where am I? I'm in a subdivision. Let's get out of here. Da-da. There's a sign on this. Hold on a second. Oh, that's a residential area. Okay. Ugh. Keep the gate open just in case somebody's riding a bike with no headlight and they bash themselves into the fence because they don't see it in the dark. Alright. Heading back. Heading back. Well, that was interesting. I'll never go that way again in my life. Oh, let's go this way. It probably makes a loop. Probably just loops back around. Bump, bump, bump. Bump, 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 bump. Alright. Well, I had to do it at least once, right? I had to check it out. You have to check it out, otherwise I'd never know. I'd never know there's a residential area back there. Uh-oh. Can't get back on the road here. I gotta go this way. Okay. There we go. Okay. Where does that go? Oh, dang. Getting lost. Let's just keep going this way. This is the way I was going. I think that crosswalk back there just goes to a parking lot. Need to get out of here. Oh my, this is bringing back memories. This is bringing back memories. I was running at a local park and I ended up filtering myself out into a subdivision and I got totally lost. Like all the houses looked the same, all the streets looked the same, and a lot of them were dead-end streets. It was like having to try this. Is this one? Is this the way out? Is this the way out? And I inadvertently ran a half marathon because I was lost in a subdivision. So it happens sometimes if you don't plan these things out. Alright. Ooh, available 2.46 acres. Want to buy some land? It's yours for the right price. There's the freeway in the distance over there. Okay. 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 Let's go this way. Let's keep going straight. Yeah, that was interesting. I think back there, if I made a left, I would have gone into that subdivision. And there was like a security car, cop car at the entrance of it. Must be a private subdivision with their own personal access to the Greenway. Okay, so now what's this telling me? Prairie Lake, that sounds cool. Prairie Lake sounds cool. Should I go left here? Just like a parking lot. I don't want to go in a parking lot. Maybe the trail will go past the lake. Sorry. It's Busch Greenway. Let's keep going. Busch Greenway. This must be the Busch Greenway parking lot. So there's the lake to the left. Don't ask me. I don't know if it's natural or man-made. Probably natural because we are in a low-lying area that floods quite often. So let me give you a good sweep of the lake here. Let me just put on my bathing suit and jump out there and ride around the lake. It's not icy enough to go on the lake though. riding a bike on ice. Now that takes some strength. That takes some courage. So there you go. Nice little lake, little Missouri lake. So we'll keep going this way. I do actually have the instructions on my phone, so I'm gonna look them up real quick here. Got the map on my phone actually. So let's see, keep going. Bring back up my speedometer. Alright, let's just enjoy the ride. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We got this. We got this. We know what we're doing. Oh. Oh. I braked hard and then I let go of the brakes and I hit my butt on the back of the saddle. Prairie Lake. Hey, look, there's fish. Okay. Next. Moving on. Howell Island Hamburg Trail. Yeah, that's easy. What am I complaining about? Just follow the signs. It won't steer me wrong. My poor mapping abilities will probably steer me wrong more than any of the signs will. Just follow the signs. Just follow the signs. Still on the Busch Greenway. Gaining a little bit of elevation here. It's getting windy and it's getting colder. It's getting colder. It's a little past 4 p.m. If I wasn't stopping so much, I'd say we're more than halfway done, but I think we got another hour to go here. Cha-cha-cha. Cha-cha-cha-cha. Cha-cha. Whew. It's gonna get cold real fast too once the sun is completely down. I mean, you can't even see the sun, it's so cloudy. It's been raining today, like I said, so. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. So, you got any New Year's resolutions? Leave them in the comment section below. Ride that bike more. Ride that bike more. Yeah, my day today has been so... The day has been so all over the place, so I haven't even eaten anything today. You know, it's like getting closer to supper time, and I still haven't eaten anything. Oh, I take that back. I had 5. I had 5 cashews today, so I have eaten something today. But I got my water. Drink up. Hey, what's going on here? Okay. I had the spout locked off there, so no water was coming out. I'm like, what's going on? It's heavy like there's water in there, but there's no water coming out. Whew. Yeah, I'm so behind. I need to, just today, I gotta post this video for tomorrow, so let's see here. Oh, there goes bicyclists. They got their lights. Whew, which is a good thing. Huh. I'm guessing I stay on this trail. I hope I didn't take a wrong turn. So windy. So windy. Whew. That was a big wooden cross back there that I passed on the right there. Someone must have died somewhere nearby here. Probably in a car crash. I don't like the term car accident. So many accidents are preventable. People just pay attention. Prefer car crash. Not saying that it was done on purpose, but could have been a little bit more careful on the road. Woo! I don't know if you can even hear me. It's so windy out here. That's the cold front coming. It's the cold front coming. Woo! Climb that hill, bike blogger. Climb it. Camera never does hills justice. And I'm actually going down. No, I'm not going downhill. Woo. Yeah, da da da. It's quite pretty over there. Hey, hang on. I know the GoPro has a fisheye lens, but I don't know if you can see that. This is very pretty. It's actually quite quiet. When I'm not screaming at the camera and when there's no wind, it's actually quite serene. Oh, quite nice. Okay. Okay. Eventually I'm gonna come to a fork in the road, and I believe I make a right at the fork in the road. This is still Busch Greenway. I don't think this is it though. This is I actually just crossed a private driveway there, so that's not even a public road. This would be interesting at night, right? In the pitch black. Probably isn't a whole lot of light pollution out here. However, I am kind of close to the freeway, so all that pollution from the highway, light pollution, would make this a little less scary. Maybe. There's a radio tower over that way. I don't know if you can see it. Or a cell tower, one of the two. Okay. Huh. Wow, okay. This looks like an actual road. They call it a bike lane though. Dun 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 dun. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Does Bike Blogger know where he's going? No, he doesn't, but it's gonna work out. Don't worry, we will get out of here because I don't want to die of freezing cold with my fingerless gloves. A lot of battery life. Doing really well here. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, here's a fork in the road. Not really. Oh, I'm just going underneath the highway here, so. Is this highway? I wonder if this is Highway 94, I think it is, in Weldon Spring. Maybe. Maybe. Wow, this is a massive tunnel. for just like, you know, bikes. Maybe there are trucks that come up and down here, because that tunnel is ridiculously large. There's got to be large motor vehicles that come down here quite often. Okay, we got all sort of signage here. Hamburg Trail straight ahead. Hamburg Trail to the left. Why do you do this to me? Busch Conservation Area straight ahead. Katy Trail to the left. Dang, I don't know. I need to go to the Katy Trail to get back. Let's see. I guess we could just try one and find out what happens, right? Oh, my nose. Hang on a second, I'm gonna blow my nose. I'm gonna change the battery too.